Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's agenda is to learn variables. Today's video is divided into two parts. In the first part, it's theoretical and it's where I teach you about variables. And the second part, I will teach you how to code the variables and how they look in Python and how you can do them. So in order to understand this video, please watch my data types video and print function. Links are in the description box, so please do check that out if you haven't watched those video. And please subscribe and hit the like button and follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter and Facebook. And let's get started. Variables. What the heck do I mean by variables? Like, what is the use of variables and how to use them? So I'm going to answer all of those questions in today's video. So let's get started without wasting any much time. What are variables? What are the uses? So variables are names used to store information or data. A variable is a kind of storage box. So whenever you want to work with the information, you access it using a variable. So instead of repeating these values in multiple places in your code, the variable holds the results of a calculation, database calls, results of a database inquiry or other value. So let's say if you have new information that you want to store in one place. So are variables useful and helpful in this situation? Yes, if you have new information you want to store, you put it in a variable. So the variable is like staying in one place. But now I want to change the information that I stored in that variable. I think I will have to make a new one. But nope. Changing info means accessing the variable first and then storing the new value or data in the same variable. And this is just as you store things in boxes in the real world life. So you store things in variables when working with applications. So now another fact is that each variable stores just one piece of data and only one type of data, because computers are actually pretty tidy when it comes to variables. Variables are useful in many situations. They are useful because they can store information in just one letter, and you can use that one letter to access the stored information even when you have written thousands of lines of code. Humans tend to store things in random places or boxes. For example, you might find a pair of shoes in a garment box, or a supply of pens in a shoe box. But unlike humans, Python or every programming language like to be neat. They store information in correct variables and keep the data organized. Just keep in mind that each kind of information is stored in a special kind of variable. Now we will learn how to use variables in Python language. To place a value or data in any variable, you make an assignment using the assignment operator, the equal sign, as you see here. For example, to place the number 5 into variable named myVar, you type myVar is equal to 5 in Python language. So this is how you write it in Python. This is just some more example. The highlighted part shows you the variables in Python. Okay, so now we are going to start coding, and I will teach you how variables are done in a Python language and how they look. I will just go into presentation mode so you can look at the code better. So that look big. So first of all, I will just start with simple. So you just learned how variables look in Python. So I will just type the Python code. It's x equal to, just simple. And now I want to print it. This is how we do it. Just instead of typing 2, type x. So If you don't know how to use print function, then watch my video. I will link to that video in the description box, so please do check that out if you haven't watched it already. So now when I run this, the output we should get is 2. And as you see here, we get 2, so that means that this code is correct. So now I can change the value of this. I can make it 5, and when I run it, I get 5. So now let's say if you want to change the information, let's say that you wrote thousands and thousands of code, and now you want to change the information or the data in that variable x. But now since you're like at line 1295, and instead of just going all the way to the top, you can just type that same variable name and equal to the information you want to enter. So I want to enter 83, and now I will print it x, and when I run it, you see I get this output 83. I will just remove this print function. So let's say first I inserted the value of x as 5, but then I wanted to change the value of it, so I changed it. You don't need to like declare that you are changing the variables information. Just type it. Just type x equal to or the variable name and the value that you want to put, and when you run it, you will get the output. So, and let's say you can even use floating points, 5.43, and you print x. See, we get the output. So as you see in math, if we put like two variables together, they count as two different variables. But in Python, that's not the case. You can even put like number equals to 2.34345, and if you when you print it, we will get 2.345 and no errors. That's the difference between math and programming. I can even put a string in here. I will just say text, my name is Niket, and here I will now click, I will run it, and the output should I get is my name is Niket, as you see here. I can even do boolean values. Let's say true, and when I print it, I get true. But let's say if you try using the not capitalized T, you will get an error. And there are two reasons for that, because you haven't defined a variable named true, and also you should remember that if you want to use the boolean values, the true and false, the T and F must be capitalized. So now this is it. You can experiment with this. In the next video, in next few videos, we will do the operators. So stay tuned for that. So guys, this is it for today. So by now you should have basic knowledge of variables, and this objective is finished. So for next few videos, we will learn operators, but for that print function, data types and variables will be very helpful. So if you haven't watched the print function in data types video, then please do watch it. You can get the link in the description box, so please do check that out. And guys, please subscribe my channel and hit that like button if you like this, or if you learned something new today. And follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter and Facebook as usual. And bye bye. I will see you in my next video. Till then, have a good day and good